Hey, everybody! Welcome to a random live stream just for fun. Hey, how's it going? How is it going? I don't know. I'm chilling, vibing after the Spider-Man game. How is your day? Is your day good? Is your day good? Is your night good? Just chilling. Probably should have done this on OBS. That's just a random live stream. Yeah. I believe in you. I think you're awesome. I think you're cool. I don't know what to do. I'm just looking at random cards at the moment. That's why I should have been on OBS. I could be showing you the cards. But it's a random live stream here. You guys are having a good day. Good evening. I've been thinking about AI art specifically and how much I love it. It's been crazy. All right. What have you done today? What have you done today? It's been a good day. Christmas is just around the corner. Yeah. Oh, man. It's around the corner. Yeah. There we go. I like my own video. Man. It's going crazy. Crazy! So, have you guys had a good day? You guys had a good dinner today? Just chilling, vibing, talking magic, doing fun. Have you guys been on live today? Do you do live? Are you content creators? Are you chilling? This is really a random live stream because it felt time for an hour. Yes. Hi, Brian Cavilla. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, you love Jurassic Park? Yes. That's awesome. Me too. See up there. Top shelf. Got my books. All the movies are in this lunchbox. Love it. Brandon Stanton. Yeah, good. I'm so glad you're good. It's Christmas vacation. Like, how many days of the year have gone by already? It feels so fast. Like, hi. It'd be like Megatron from Beast Wars. Hi. Or it'd be like James Bond by Sean Connery. Hi. My name is Sean Connery, and I'm saying hi. I don't know. I'm just being silly. My brain is distressing from the Spider-Man gameplay we did. It's crazy. I had to do some chores really quick, and I got more chores to do. But, the Rayman, yes. Rayman, I did finish the game. And I just finished it. And before I played my game, I was waiting for your guys' game. What happened? I was waiting to see some live Commander gameplay, my friend, specifically from the One Rayman channel and Mr. B's Gaming. For real, the T-Rex. Years. It's tomorrow. No, I thought it was today. I was literally waiting specifically for your game today. I was going mad. See? Mad. Yeah, I know 5 time my time. I know it's 5 p.m. my time. I was on my phone with Coogee Dude, my dad, who you'll meet one day on the show. And at 5 o'clock, around 5 o'clock, I'm like, I gotta go. I got an obligation to be on a be on live to watch. I thought it was today. Today. For the T-Rex. Rexy. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Brian, you subscribe. You're awesome. I appreciate that 100%. I'm just chilling. Sitting around live. Normally, I'm in the middle of a video game, but now I need to figure out a Monday night video game to play. I need something more relaxing. It's like, sorry, bud. I'm sorry, bud. I'm Mr. Sigma. Hello. I love the avatar. It's very easy on the eyes. It's a straight face. 2 eyes and a mouth that just goes. I'm trying to make a whistling sound, but I can't. Says we're gonna have a great pod. Great pod. Yes, 67 is a number. 67 is a number people use. That's right. Laughing out loud. There's no method to the madness here. I'm just on StreamYard for those of you who are friends of the channel, of the Discord, and who've been friends for a while now. If you want me to send you a link to my friends, let me know. That's pretty much for the Rayman and Hillbilly and whatnot if you're not busy. We're just chatting. We're just chilling. Nah. I could be watching Transformers right now. I don't know. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. Going crazy. 3 likes. Woo woo. Cams aren't set up, but I can talk. I can talk. That's fine if you want to jump in, dude. If you just want to chill. Chill. Hold on. Boom, boom, boom. Got to get to the Discord for discourse. Got to be chilling like a villain, playing some magic, going to be tragic. Something that rhymes with tragic. It's illogic. That's not real word. All right. Next up. Do I play Roblox? No, I do not. My choice of game when Roblox was out was Minecraft. I played Minecraft like crazy. I used to play Minecraft like nuts before we got all the freaking updates in the world that we didn't need to make the game more complex. I used to be in creative mode and I used to create CTM maps. CTM maps. Complete the monument. Yeah. Do you play Fortnite? No, it's not. I haven't played in a long time. It's probably a game I should try. Again. Hey!
Hello.
Hey. Hi. Welcome. GD is the best. Yes. So how's it going, Rayman?
My friend, it is going well. Just got off work, had to get a bunch of stuff done at the get a stuff bunch done there at the end of the day and Christmas stuff out of the way. And I'm here.
Whoa, he's here. He's here. Give him 3 cheers. Oh no, I'm nuts. I just got that finished game energy. Shamanucci! Super fast! That's right. You get to see me on my sillier side. Rayman is a great name, says Brian.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, he has a mohawk to prove it.
I do have a mohawk.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know. It's a fine mohawk, but I don't know why it trips me out because, to me, your mohawk seems too big. and there's nothing wrong with it. But I like it. It's green. My wife would love the color. Her favorite color is green.
It is a pretty big mohawk.
It is pretty big. It's I've seen pretty big mohawks. I've seen mohawks 2 feet high off someone's head. And, the hair all look disgusting because they actually used glue in their hair and stuff. And if you know what I mean by disgusting, I don't have to get into the description of the hair. And But like seeing the mohawks that big was crazy. I'm like, how do you walk around with it? Shimnucci mohawks can never be too big. That's true. No,
Mine can definitely be too big because I'm already 6'3",
it's
and I already hit like the door frames of my house and stuff. So.
mm-hmm. Woo. Ooh, I did not know Google. I'm looking at the credits here. Google worked on the Spider-Man Miles Morales game too. Mm-hmm. Brian, welcome, Rayman. I'm in the chat. That's right.
Awesome.
Well,
I'll be right back. 1 second, Tor.
Be back. You can be back. Woo-hoo. Well, you didn't have to leave the show. You could have just walked away from the microphone. Unless you got a call. But hey. I just realized our only game of Commander on this channel is going to be Friday. Oh,
I was trying to isolate an echo.
Oh,
that's why I left. I found it. I got it.
Ah, Shiminuchi says, I guess it can be too big. I've seen some crusty mohawks before.
I keep mine very nice. My barber, my stylist, is always very happy with how nice my hair is because I use very good conditioner on it.
Yeah, well, I believe you. From the way your mohawk stands and the way it looks, that you take really good of your hair.
I do.
Brian says, I believe that I remember I watched Jurassic Park on Netflix. Nice. I remember the first time I watched Jurassic Park was when it was first in theaters.
Me too.
A thing called a drive-in theater that pretty much no longer exists in America anymore.
We actually have one. We have one that's about 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
And it's still very well upkept.
Yeah.
But like during the winter season, it doesn't run. It's only basically from March to October.
Right.
But they just it was maybe 3 years ago. They were talking about how the reason that there aren't as many drive-ins was because they had to change their projectors. All of them did to the way the new films work these days, because they're not just on film, right? They're not on 16 millimeter or whatever. And it was going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars. But they got a grant to upgrade. And that's the only reason we still have ours.
Mm-hmm.
They got a grant to upgrade the projection and everything. So
that's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. Really quick, Brian has a question. I think it's a memeable question. It says, Tortoise, what is 6 plus 7? The answer would be 13. That is the most realistic that answer is going to get.
If you guys hear my cat in the background, I apologize. He eats at 10, so he's already getting angsty. Angsty? That's the word. Angst?
Mm-hmm. Oh, the credits are finally over in Spider-Man game. Congratulations. You have finished the main story, but the adventure continues. You can now revisit previously completed missions with mission replay in the pause menu or previously completed FNSM activities in the FNSM app. You can now change the time in the day in the options menu as well. You can start fresh adventures with ultimate difficulty. Oh no. Ooh. An added challenge or start new game plus to restart it all with your gear and skills and unlock new ones. Good luck, hero. Woo.
Tor, what consoles do you have?
What consoles do I have? I have a PlayStation 4 and a Nintendo Switch.
Oh, so if you would like my unexpert opinion, I'm gonna shill from my favorite game series right now.
All right.
If you have never played Xenoblade Chronicles, I cannot recommend that game enough. If you're into RPGs, it is so good.
Ooh, Xenoblade. All right, hold on. I gotta quit this game. Continue. Well, I like the one game I wish I could play that I just can never seem to afford is because they never drop the price at all. Because there's certain games Nintendo won't drop.
Oh yeah, They're notorious for that.
right? And then Super Smash Brothers.
Oh yeah.
I just want to smash some buttons and play some smashy buttons. It's not like PlayStation got Killer Instinct. That was Xbox. And look where Xbox is now compared to PlayStation. Where did Xbox go? What did Xbox do? I guess we'll find out at the next game reveal thing they ever do, depending on whatever it is nowadays, because they keep changing that.
Smash is incredibly fun. We have it at the lounge. It is the bar game. We have it set up at our bar, and it's the game that you don't have to. There's no charge to play. We keep four sets of Switch controllers there, and anybody can just come up and play Smash at any time for free. There's no charge to play Smash.
That's pretty awesome. Brian says no. The answer is 67. Okay, if that's how it works, I will not argue an answer because I'm not caught up with kids slang these days.
I'm way too old to get that reference. And actually, a friend of our morning show, Aaron Soros Rex, she has a teenager who I asked. I'm like, all right, ask the kid, what's the deal? And he just apparently just shook his head and said, I don't get it either. So,
from what Google says, because I looked it up, it says it's just something to throw someone off. I'm like,
I believe that.
I mean, I used to be a kid. I remember the things. We used to say things like cool, sick, awesome, sweet, cherry. So, we always made up slang back in the day. Yeah. Happy Monday, Tom Mitchell. Drive safe as you listen. We're just chilling. These doing live randoms. Like I got time today to do live random. Just helps me on my vocal skills of being on the live because I'm always learning. Always learning. 67. 67. I was thinking about AI art today because we had a discussion earlier. And I don't know if a lot of people who argue about AI art realize that you can't just use any art off the internet. Like people.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like every time I made some of my own art, and I can't just. Okay, so what I'm preferencing everybody is like in the morning, I only got a couple hours to set up the live, make a thumbnail, make a premise, make a topic. Unless I'm lucky enough and actually have a topic made, which I don't always do that. I always make the topic in the morning. Most people don't know what the topic is until they are invited to the show or until they read the dialogue in Discord, which there are people who actually read the dialogue in Discord, so they got a premise of the idea of the show. And in this time frame, I have to build a thumbnail. So I use AI art. But I use real art, like in each morning thumbnail, you see my pretty face. I'm always pointing up towards the title of the show. Then everything else is just extra. And it's AI art. Well, as a graphic designer, yes, I am a graphic designer. Not a great one. I went to Job Corps, not Findlay College or anything. I went to Job Corps. And I got a degree, a small degree. I say small because it's not a college degree, no credentials behind it other than Job Corps for graphic design. And what I mean by graphic design from Job Corps, they basically taught me everything you can use free today, from Inkscape, which Illustrator was the thing I got to use, Photoshop. And one thing I wish you could find free and learn is InDesign, because InDesign is good for designing books and newspapers. But anyways, I do have a graphic design in there, and I do have some art skills, and they're a little there. But like, what takes like real artists like hours to make, AI can make really quick. And you know what? I won't be copyrighted for using AI, like copyright strike. For using AI, where if I just rip some Google, some guy the other day, I was doing an Avatar stream for Avatar, said out of all the artwork on Google, you used AI art. That's cringy. And I'm like, yeah, but you know how many times you click on an art and it says subjected to copyright claims. So if the company caught my thumbnail with their art, I can be copyright claimed. And some people are like, you can buy an artist to design you something or buy art from an artist. And I said, that's good, but for the art kind of artwork I like and want, they charge like $50 an art. $50. I can't. Well, that's 5 times a day. 50. That's
Be $250 a week.
Thank you. I'm a little slow on math. $250 a week. That's half of 500. I cannot chill that.
I mean, that'd be a grand a month for art, and
YouTube does not pay for that.
No, you'd have to be. I mean, no offense, you'd have to be much larger than you are now before you could start shelling out a grand a month for art.
Brian says, "Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you."
Merry Christmas,
too.
Brian.
And Shamanucci says, "You're doing great. I love your show." Yeah, I know you're working in the morning, so that's why it's hard to catch up on the show. So you watch it on the secondary, which I appreciate, Shamanucci.
We do try very hard.
I need to get Shamanucci on the show one day. He's a content creator. He doesn't show his face. He doesn't have to show his face. But he likes to open packs on his show.
Oh,
on his own show and stuff. He opens Pokemon Magic. Every time I'm on, he opens Magic. Because I'm a Magic dude. And
I think starting with Lorwyn, we're going to start doing we're going to start opening packs.
Oh, yes. And once you get better at OBS and setting up the scenes, you can have a scene ready for anything.
Yeah, I've been working with it. A buddy of mine did Smash tournaments, surprisingly enough. And he taught me some stuff, so I've been kind of learning on my own.
Bearded PokeTuber. Oh my God, long time no see. My reselling friend. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to you. So glad to see you. Hope the reselling business and the flipping business is doing amazing for you. Woo, Bearded PokeTuber and I used to be friends. Well, we're still friends. We used to be closer friends because we used to share the reselling space with a Pittsburgh picker.
Cool.
Yeah, because I used to be a reseller in the community.
Nice.
That's how I know about Magic and it's torrentials. Like a lot of people talk about the spikes and magics, and they talked about different things. But when you look at Magic from a different perspective of flipping, selling, buying, trading, you know what's fair, you know what's unfair. You learn how things should be, and you start learning how business actually is, and it's like the most annoying thing. And I say this because I used to be on a certain show on a certain channel, which I will not make. I've said so many things that people tried debunking me for, and in the future was proven right by my method of thinking.
Yeah, I've learned. Like, I've never been on the business end of Magic. I was always just a player. But since I started doing stuff with the lounge, and they do like 60 grand a year TCG stuff.
Yeah.
So I've learned a lot from them.
Oh yeah. And like right now, like an honest assessment of watching collectors and people on YouTube who talk about things, they're losing their handle on the collectability of Magic. Because what used to be what felt like free money, like you can buy something for cheap and flip it for a lot more, this is not happening that way.
No. Jake our Magic just did actually an episode about this, and I was watching it.
Oh yeah, that's true. He just released that today, didn't he?
It was maybe yesterday, but yeah, in the last day or two, certainly. And I watched it, and he was talking about that, about how, the free money glitch for Magic is over, and I'm like, well, hey, good, because that's making single prices get back down into reasonable territory. They're still valuable, which is good. That helps the resellers, but they're also like, in the range that it's not absurd.
Right. Bearded PokeTuber makes a good point. Too many Rudies.
Yeah.
Alpha investments and not enough Timmies. That's right. Well, that's what happened in 2020, right? Like that started a craze. And we had discussions of this. In fact, my friend Bob calls it the Black Swan event. 2020 was hugely successful for Magic, Wizards of the Coast, right? because people got those stimmy checks. And I said that purposely to sound like Timmy. But anyways, stimmy checks. We got those sweet stimmy checks, and people were buying Magic left and right, and they saw an increase and whatnot. But what happened is people started speculating. And what do speculators do? They start researching. And what happens when you research? You find people with answers. And what they found is Magic is worth money. And they found out that people could flip Magic cards. They could not only invest in the game, buy boxes, they could sell all their bulk and make money. And now when they learned that, they thought, how much money off our bulk can we make to make our money back and get Magic for free? You know, like if I pay $100, can I make $100 back? You know,
yeah. They forgot. They saw that Magic had these big sets that did make money, but what they didn't realize was there's other sets that nobody cares about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, your set could be a Final Fantasy. It could also be an Ether Drift. It could also be a Karlov Manor.
That's right.
It could be a Spider-Man. And again, those aren't sets with bad cards. They're sets that have good cards, but they're just not valuable.
Like, ironically, it could have been another Lorwyn, like the original Lorwyn. Like Wizards of the Coast said, it did not do well for them. Which, in my view, I don't see how it did not do well, because I know I personally bought crap ton of boxes and my friends did. But they said it was a low down set. But you know what happens in poor sets like that? People discover cards in those sets that are good, and they secretly start getting more expensive because people are looking for it.
Well, and then you have, it's one of those things, right? Like a card that's worth a dime today, if something that can break that card comes out in the next set, it will skyrocket. Mm-hmm. We saw that with the Shukos when Nadu came out, right? Those cards were 25 cents. They were from original Kamigawa. They were bad. It's not a good card, but Nadu broke it. And suddenly that went from a quarter to $40.
$40.
And then when Nadu got banned, the card bottomed back out. I'm trying to see when Lorwyn came out and what sets were near it.
Ravnica, Cool Snap.
Okay.
I can't remember.
Was it right after Ravnica?
It was somewhere right at. I think Time Spiral was before it, right before it. I could be wrong because it's been so long. I do got old people brain.
Me too. What year was that?
Around 2007, 2008.
Okay, so yeah. So you had Lorwyn come out October. 10th edition was in July.
All right.
Future Sight was in May, and then Planar Chaos was in February.
Right. So I knew it was close by to those because Future Sight and Planar Chaos were pretty baller sets.
Yeah. So, like, I was just looking to see if the sets, because usually when a set doesn't sell well, it's because the player base thinks that the cards aren't as powerful, and that's usually after a very, very powerful set.
Well, to be honest with you, I think the one thing that really hindered the sets because people got used to Ravnica and the color pie, the changes and stuff, like what the color pie can do. They like the freedom of deck building. I think what possibly could have made people go mad is the tribal aspect of the set. They're like, we kind of have to stick in a tribe to build good decks in this set. So they didn't like that idea. And that's a personal thought and theory. But tribal got bigger, like way bigger in Commander. And that came out a couple years later. Ryan Nowicki says, one major problem with the mini sets is that they are giving up telling a story for IP and art. They lean on the story that already exists for Universes Beyond. This is a big step down in that way. It is definitely a strange way.
Yeah, we actually talked about this the other day, right? On the podcast about how it seems like it's possible that we're getting back to an older way where the sets that we get from this year look like they may be telling, based on everything we've seen from the story actually for Lorwyn, is that maybe we're getting a whole story and the way the blocks used to be.
Right.
Because there's definitely a lot of Strixhaven-y stuff happening in the Lorwyn story that
Well,
could lead into, I think it was Hillbilly, but it might have been Lone Wolf. I want to give credit where credit due. This is not my idea. But they were talking about how the multiversal aspect that we're seeing in the Lorwyn story could be what Fractured Realities is about.
oh
And if
yeah,
that's the case, then we've got three sets from 1 year that's going to tell one really cool magic story, hopefully. And
yeah.
then there's all the Universes Beyond stuff kind of in the middle.
One thing that's clear to see how Wizards cannot get into the depths of story anymore as like they used to is they are crowded, and we learned through Mark Rosewater in a conversation that he had on stage and stuff or on YouTube that not only does the design team work on Magic cards, but they do work on other projects for Wizards of the Coast too. So there's probably not enough time to kind of get those story elements in there. You know, they hire authors to do stuff, but an author with one brain with a few voices telling them what to do can only do so much. You know, so like there's like it really feels like the workload is a lot more than the payoff for the story in the design element. But don't tell me.
Do you remember that? Tort, do you remember when there were actual novels? Were you playing them?
Dude, I got Time Spiral novels right here.
Nice. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know how, because I know they did them through Onslaught, and the three Onslaught novels, Onslaught, Legion, and Scourge,
Right.
are so cool. Those books were so good. So I think that now that they've gone to this kind of like mini web series type deal,
Right.
there's no money in it for them because you're not selling a book, right?
Right.
But I do like that they do story spotlight cards. One of my favorite things to watch is Magic Arcanum. We are not connected with him. I just really like him. Ryan Gomez, and I can't think of the girl's name is.
I legitimately wait for him to make his videos so I can catch up on the Magic story. And there are times like I don't even know what happened.
Yeah, I love those videos. So there's still, the story is still there, and it's actually really cool. It's just Wizards is not doing a great way of putting it out there because his videos are great. Sitting down when there's a new Magic Arcanum, oh man, I love it.
Weird Poke Jibber says Onslaught was the set that got me into Magic. Oh yeah, that was a good time. Zombies ruled in that time.
Goblins, baby.
I've never been in a mono red, so.
Well, no, I didn't play mono red. I splashed in black because we had sack and searches.
Yeah.
Right. You could splash a color and it not be that big of a detriment. I played well, it was black and red. It's Rakdos now, but it was black red because I wanted to run Festering Goblin and I wanted to run Patriarch's Bidding.
No Patriarch's Bidding.
Yeah. Goblin Bidding. Oh man, that deck was nuts in standard.
PokeTuber says Goblin and Mana Burn. Mama Burn.
Phew, Mana Burn.
That's right. Mana Burn was the thing. Mana Burn was a legitimate win condition back in the day.
It sure was.
Because there were spells that forced your opponents to tap their lands. There were ways around it. It was crazy. Like, Wizards of the Coast had to change rules so they could make different powerful cards.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. But yeah, like I didn't get to play a lot in Onslaught. I came into Magic around Mirrored and Besieged, and I got to play cards from Onslaught and stuff. So I was playing with all these different things. Like I was doing okay. I was excited when Graft came out in Ravnica or Dissension. I wish I knew about Dredge. Oh man. Dredge was insane. Like Dredge was like one of the top mechanics in the game, and became a pretty good modern deck. Even though Dredge ended up losing the card that gave it Dredge in the future, and just kept on going with the same theme. That's crazy.
There's a guy who plays at not Mr. B's, but at another LGS in my area, Cavalier Comics up in Wise. He still plays Dredge in Modern to this day. If you go up and they're playing F&M and it's modern, he
Yeah.
will be playing Dredge. And he
Hell
does
yeah.
well with it. He's kind of like Prof with his Merfolk, right? Is it the
Right.
best deck there? No, but he's got more reps with it than anybody else has with any deck they're playing.
That's how you get the name like the Boardwalk King and Commander.
Mm-hmm.
He's got more reps with it. I'm not afraid to play a board white. Oh, sorry, my head is exasperated. Take off the hat. Sorry, friends. But yeah, it is crazy. Like some of the great decks. Like, remember when Original Lorwyn came out, or were you out during that time?
No, I quit. We quit playing after. There's the Hillbilly. Hillbilly, what's up? I quit playing right after the first Kamigawa set in the block. It was only the very first one.
Kamigawa or something like
Yes, yeah. After that, we pretty much quit playing. Well, we definitely quit playing standard and extended. We played a little bit more 1.5 for a while, and then I quit until whatever set Jace the World Waker was in.
Oh yeah.
I came back and played a little bit of standard then. And then when Collective Company was like the best modern deck, I came and played modern for about 3 months.
Yeah, that was 10 years ago, Tarkir.
Yeah. So,
yeah,
and then almost exactly 3 years ago, a girl I was dating at the time she's like, I'm going to get into Magic. And I'm like, I did that. I don't think I want to play. And then she bought some Commander decks, and she bought the Tyranid one from 40K and the Doctor Who one, the timey-wimey one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, well, I guess. And now I play 30 effing games of Magic every week.
Spuddy Lone Wolf, hello. MTG Gaming Bob. This is the guy that said he called the 2020 incident the Black Swan event.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Good evening, my friends, on this random live stream. We don't know what we're talking about. We're just here talking.
We're just talking random stuff, man.
Dude, we talked from AIR to Magic to whatever 6-7 is, or 67.
I still don't know what it is, and that's okay. I'm not supposed to know. I don't think. I think that's
right. You remember when we were kids, we would try to make cool things that our parents didn't understand. Like you walked in, you saw something cool, and you're like, man, that's cherry. Like, what's cherry? That's cherry. That's not a cherry, that's a bike. That's cherry.
My parents always thought they were cool.
Yeah. Hillbilly says, I had that Doctor Who deck. Yep, tore it apart and gave me the dinosaurs in a spaceship, which I appreciate.
That's cool. It was a fun deck to play, actually.
Yeah, Hillbilly does not like the overthinking kind of decks, and there was a lot of triggers or things to watch out for in that deck. Like the suspend counters was above his pay grade in thinking.
And I get that. I do. When I let somebody borrow one of my decks, they always say they have a lot of fun, but it's like, Ray, I had so many decisions that I had to make, and I go, yeah, that's how I want to play Magic now, right? Like I played Magic, I played Goblins back in Onslaught, then I played Slide for a while, so I played some easier decks, and now with Commander, I want to make the most amount of choices in a game that I can, and it's a very grueling way to play, but it keeps my attention, and I think it keeps my brain sharp.
Right. Hillbilly's like, I got confused. That is very true. Like Hillbilly is not a triggers person. Like he had the Merfolk deck from Ixalan.
I love that deck so much.
So good. And there was just so many triggers he just couldn't follow. And I can understand that, because when the main character of the deck, the commander itself, like triggers all your creatures to explore, that's
every one of them.
Yeah, every one of them. It's like he tore it apart. I'm like, dude, you should have told me he's going to tear it apart. I would have bought it off you if I could.
I've got well, since you mentioned that deck, I may have just ordered the last 7 or 9 cards I need to build that deck, and I won't have it for the next time I play with you guys on stream. But the next time I will be playing Simic Merfolk, because that deck is so much fun to play.
Right. Gaming Bob says, I just can't bring myself to play anything other than Commander Raids anymore. I look at all the new set cards differently now. Yeah. Commander Raids, I'm about to explain that. It's like
sweet.
it's like playing Commander.
Okay.
You got 4 players. You can have more than 4 players, but usually it's 4 players. It's like a regular Commander. But it's like playing kind of arch enemy with a piece of paper document that you roll dice to, and your dice changes like what the boss does, and it changes the amount of times you roll it per turn for each level. It goes up, so you're really fighting a boss monster, is what they usually call it. And yeah, it's like and there's different versions, because there's a point I created a boss monster for Commander Raids where he can board wipe, destroy things, steal things, take care of things. He doesn't have a deck. He's just all abilities, and you play it. And the game can get tough, and but the game feels essentially, to me, feels like it has less risk in it, or because you're not going against other players. So you kind of have the answers what the boss can do with the paper in front of them. But it's a fun game. I've had a blast playing
That sounds fun. And we're getting something like that. I mean, I don't know if it's exactly like that, but something very similar like that with the Ninja Turtle set.
Yeah.
It's a co-op 4-player experience where you're not playing against, it's not player versus player. It's strictly a cooperative experience. I'm very excited for that. And I'm going to have to look up this Commander Raid thing. I think that could be fun.
Oh, yeah. I'm part of their Discord, I believe. Yeah, Cardboard Odyssey. So remind me later. I can shoot you a link to their channel. If you want to
yeah, for sure.
But
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah. Bob's a really great person. Hold on.
That's awesome.
All right, see.
It'll be fun to play Arch Enemy where it's not actually Arch Enemy and it's not me.
Right.
That's how most. And look, I don't blame them. At most tables I sit down at, I am the threat just because I out knowledge everybody else at the table combined. That's not a brag. That's just how it is.
Right. You'll have to conversate with them more on Commander Raids, because there's some cards that just don't work in Commander Raids. Like mill does not work in Commander Raids.
Right, because you can't mill your opponent. That makes sense.
Right.
They don't have a deck to mill. That makes sense.
Yep.
That's super cool. I'm going to check that out. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And Bob.
So with Commander Raids, you won't need a deck for the enemy. Yeah, just a 20-sided dice. Yeah, that's right. Commander Raids is a fantastic way to teach new people Magic. It's a way to teach people Magic. Like, it depends on your experience. It always feels like easy fun for me. The first time I played with them, it was easy. I kept rolling all the 20s and stuff. It was insane. I kept rolling the good shit. And they're like, you're just on a luck streak. Then the next time we played the monster games, we got wrecked.
I'm hoping that's how the turtle things is that it's pretty easy to do whatever the AI deck is.
Mm-hmm.
And that you can just kind of focus on teaching the players, untap, upkeep, draw, play your mana, tap your mana, the basics. That's my hope. Right.
Like, watch one day we'll get a we'll get a program or a computer will play physical Magic with you, and you just type in the card you play against them on targeting what, so you get a buddy to play with when you're at work or something. It's like Arena, but you get to play a deck, and the AI system will read the cards for you, so you guys can play a legitimate game with an AI. Crazy thinking. The kitty has arisen.
He has.
That's cute.
He's not just arisen. He's clawing at my back.
Oh.
Like, he wants food. He wants it bad. But it's not time, son.
Pick them up, give them belly rubs, and then set them back down.
Yeah, that's a good way to get. That's a good way to get my arms all cut up.
Oh, just call them cat tattoos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have several of those on my arms and my back. They're just like almost nearly invisible lines, but you run your fingers over them and you just feel it.
That's funny.
Yes, we're talking about you, little one.
Mm,
He knows. He knows.
mm. Right, I can't wait for the turtle set to come out. I want the decks. I want the stuff. Ah,
All right, Tord, I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna go get him food.
all right, go get food. Do. So, anyways, talk to the wife. She was telling me she didn't get any turtle things for Magic. She won't tell me why. Well, I don't know why. Don't know why. She doesn't want to pre-order them or something. I don't know. Turtle stuff. Turtles are coming out in March. Can't wait for the spoilers for that set to come out. Like actual spoilers, more cards for the set, more fun stuff. I've circled things on the list of things I want from the turtle set. I want a commander deck. I want the pizza box. I want a booster box or bundle box. One of the two. It's gonna be crazy. When it comes out, cat's getting fed. Been toying with AI to see how it can enhance board games or groups play. That's pretty cool. Have you just been like working with like different rulings, or to or you've been working with like an app that you can play with your board games?
All right, I'm back.
Ooh, you're also trying to get AI to create a viable way for it to DM a D&D game for us. Ooh. I mean, there's people who are out in the YouTube world who will yell at you for using AI for such things. Like I got yelled at today for using AI thumbnails. Turning some games from competitive to cooperative. So interesting. I like my games to be competitive at a certain rate. But I like cooperative gameplay. But I like a little competitive in Magic. Oh, that's why we like more like fair, balanced games of Magic. We like the fun and fairness of it, but we like the little competitive edge that someone can win. My wife is more of a cooperative player, but she understands my thinking a little. Like poker, cooperative. People are beating the house. Now that's a way to win. You say that, then you follow up. I got a subscriber out of it. Well, that's that. And you barely use a thumbnail. Not to sound rude to you, Hillbilly. You use the same thing over and over, which makes me wonder how you got so many people just checking in on a blank slate. Or maybe because like one thing YouTube does is like when you're on their phone, they starts auto playing a video when you're looking at it, and they see you playing Arena if they click on that because they have fun jazz. Because what a thumbnail is really for is for the secondary viewer. It's not for the first person, really. Like people who watch you live, they barely get to see the thumbnail. You click on your live. But the thumbnail in most cases is for the secondary view for when you're not live. So that's the crazy part. But here's me on my little rant again. Like people tell me that AI are like no good. Like few people, they're like it's trashy, whatever. But what they don't know is the people they're watching all the time use it. They're just better at it because they pay for it. Even Nick Ninham, who runs one of the biggest channels for doing YouTube, uses AI in his thumbnails. You just don't know because he uses a really high quality AI thing. But I know that he uses AI thumbnail because he's admitted to it. Cooperative does not mean easy. I know cooperative does not mean easy. Cooperative means people play together. Yeah, it can help make good games more dynamic and less systematic. Yeah, that makes some sense.
I've got Legendary. It's a Marvel deck building game, and
Oh,
it's completely co-op, and that game is brutally hard.
I played that game a long time ago. I loved it. We used to own Legendary Aliens.
Oh yeah, Legendary Encounters. I think is what that one was.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That was a good game. That was cooperative, but in that particular game, someone was a bad guy. They just didn't tell you till the end because they were trying to survive. Because if they survived, everybody else died. That was the funny part. Oh, if my wife loves board games, like no, I like board games. Like I have this board game, which is basically Jurassic Park.
we used to play Risk in college.
Yeah.
We would take it, and during we had like a 2-hour break between classes on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We would sit down and we'd play Risk. Me and a buddy of mine, we would just find 2 people to play with, and we'd play Risk. And I don't know if we ever lost a single game of Risk that we played together.
I don't even know if you ever finished the game. 2 hours.
Oh yeah. Oh no, we did. 2 hours was more than enough time.
Game of Opposites have Legendary Marvel, Aliens, and Matrix. Our friends have the Legendary Firefly. Played Legendary Matrix today. Lost. Oh no. Yeah.
I didn't know that Matrix was a thing. That's
it's probably promo, like promotional, like Gaming Bob. He has the funds to buy things like that, like special promos. I don't want to chill him out, but he does it really good. Double board Risk. Tom Mitchell, that's right. Brian, hey, he's back. I hope you enjoyed your food. So yeah, yeah, there's certain games out there. I love cooperative games, but I love competitive games too. Says no, Matrix is the latest Legendary Encounters version. I'm surprised I've not heard of that in the crowd I hang around with.
Me either.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
I pulled it up on BGG, and I was trying to. Yeah, it seems this is. Wow, I gotta try this out.
Oh, it's $79.99. There we go. This is worth sharing. On upperdeck.com, you can buy the game for $79.99.
Sweet.
Core games, 30 to 60 minutes, 17 plus, players 1 through 5, 500 cards, gameplay cooperative or competitive. Includes playmat. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I don't think there's any other pictures for it. Oh, here we go. The playmat. I like the playmat. I do not like the animation style. I do like that a little bit more, but I wish it was more realistic. Yeah, switch to Avatar Matrix. Nice. This is all the views they've given us. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Means if I don't already have enough nonsense to spend money on.
Jeez. You don't need to spend your money on everything. I mean, Magic pretty much takes up most of it. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, that's true. When I tell people that I play Magic and 40K and I have a very big 40K collection too, I tell them it's like having a crack addiction and a heroin addiction.
40K is expensive. Magic's getting there. Magic's already expensive.
40K is less expensive than you think once you get the paint, right? Like once you get the paint that you need, it's less expensive than you would think.
Well, yeah, but you're like paying some people would happily pay $40 for a Magic card, but when most every set you want in 40K is $40.
Oh, absolutely, that's true too. Yeah.
You know, it's not like you can buy singles off the secondary market very easily that are not pre-painted. You know, they'll charge a little more for putting it together for you. Which don't get me wrong, I love Warhammer, not for the gameplay because I'm okay with the gameplay. Like I'm still learning because I play Tau when I get to play. I love putting the models together and painting them. That's the best part of it. I don't have to.
That's the part I dislike the most.
You know what's funny? A lot of people say that, but I will sit down for hours and paint and paint and paint, like as if I'm a professional.
Well, you're artistic. See, I'm not.
Hey, my mom calls me autistic.
I am not the least bit artistic.
Right.
So painting to me is not something I get enjoyment out of. Now I do get a great deal of pleasure out of painting a cool model, like when it's done.
Right.
I think that's cool, but painting is a means to an end.
Yeah. Me, I'm the kind of person who'll mix paints. Like I wish I could just pull off the shelf, which I don't have a shelf full of them. They're all actually all in storage right now, my towel collection. And I only chose towel. Like they asked me to choose a race to play with in 40K. And I chose towel because it reminded me more of robots and Iron Man. And I'm like, I want that.
Oh yeah. They're the anime faction for sure.
And when I learned more about Tau, they were like the least goriest story you learn. Like Necrons, there's a lot of gore. The Marines, there's a lot of gore. And I'm not against gore. I just find it awkward and weird that the Tau has the least gore in them. And there's like, we can't defeat you. We're going to join this side for greater power. And all are one, and something like that.
Yeah, that's the nice fluffy happy face that the Tau put on, but in reality they're all just mind controlling everybody and making you do what they want.
Right, because that's why they have that main ability where they're like, everybody in one, attack at once.
Yeah.
When I started playing Tau, they changed the rulebook for Tau to be one of the most broken armies at the time. And that's what's interesting about 40K is they update the rulings and stuff all the time.
Every 3 months. Well, so every 3 months we get a points change, and then every 6 months we get a pretty big rules overhaul.
Kind of thing, yeah. They're like, your army's no longer good. And I lived through that. So me and my son like, you know what? We're just going to play off these books we have because our armies seem to do good against each other anyways.
Yeah.
You know, too bad it's not like that with Magic. You know, we're just going to decide to play with this system because it just works anyways. Nope. Magic just people keep breaking the bracket system.
I mean, we kind of have people do that because right now there's a very big community who is making pre-modern just like a massive format. Because they don't like any of the actual formats. They're just playing pre-modern, which I think is kind of cool.
There's a format people are trying to create, which is the anti-Universes Beyond.
Oh, Lord.
And what it is like you can play cards that are in Universes Beyond, but you can't have the artwork or the card because these are the reprints.
Right.
And, but like the people are trying to create formats where it's non-Universes Beyond. And so they're trying to make it like their own set, like their own format. That's all Magic. Which look, I'm not going to complain about Universes Beyond because there's fun cards and stuff to be had. But
here's my problem with people who complain about Universes Beyond. Unless you quit playing Magic after Unlimited, I don't want to hear about Universes Beyond. Right. We had Arabian Nights, which is just Universes Beyond. We had Portal 3 Kingdoms, which was just Magic the Gathering Dynasty Warriors. This is not new. This has been around for a long time.
Pretty much.
And just because now it's Iron Man instead of Sao or Aladdin, okay, like, did you complain back then? No, then shut up. I don't want to hear it.
Right.
I don't want to hear it.
Well, like a lot of people complain when they changed Mana Burn. They said they'd quit. They never quit. They're like, Magic, I can't quit you.
The only rule change that they've made that I really dislike is I hate that damage doesn't use the stack anymore.
Right. But people were breaking that.
Oh, they were, right? Like Jackal Pup was probably a little bit better than it should have been.
Mog Fanatic was insane.
Mog Fanatic was also quite good.
Yeah, right.
Ravenous Baloth was a pretty good card,
Mm.
but it definitely took strategy out of the game. Some, right? It took some because
Yeah,
they
it
didn't
took
replace it with
complicated
anything.
strategy out of the game.
They didn't replace like it was.
Yeah, I get what
They
you're saying.
they just didn't add anything. They took it out, and I'm like, okay, it was just another part of the strategy that you could use.
Remember, they just changed blocking not too long ago. Like when you can cast spells during
Yeah.
block steps. That was weird. I don't know if we follow that anymore or not. Like we just play games like we play games. I don't know if we follow it.
Well, like the thing that they changed was so niche that it probably didn't come up out of one out of every 50 games you played anyways. So
That's very true. But no, we had fun. But yeah, this is one of those things like you just enjoy the game. Like people seem to feel and act like they have to and are required to play Magic. They act like they have to and are required to buy product, and they don't. They're not required to do any of that. They treat it as if they have to and are required to, but no one, in all honesty, is saying they have to. Like the reason why a lot of people feel that way now is every Universes Beyond set is standard now.
mm-hmm.
You know, so that's an interesting take on it. But my friends, it is time. I got to get off of here and enjoy my night. I want to thank you, Rayman, for joining me. Just chilling out, just talking. This late night morning show, basically.
I had a blast.
Yeah, and oh, I don't have the right description. I was going to say check your description. Oh wait, hold on. If you want to find Rayman, you can find his content right there in that YouTube link.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, then if you like today's little shindig, hit that like button, subscribe for more because we do this every morning. We try to do some fun stuff every morning. And thank you guys for hanging out. You're amazing. And Game and Bob, it's always a pleasure seeing you, PokeTuber. Always amazing to see you too. Have a wonderful evening. And we're going to hit that outro button. But we're going to use a different outro. Like we used the different intro today. We're going to use this outro.
Shockwave! What is your command, Megatron?
Subscribe for Magic the Gathering and other